If we waited for the moment that we needed a new way of thinking, if we waited for that moment to try to develop new ways of living and thinking, it'd be too late. And the beauty is now, for the last half of the 20th century, now the early part of the 21st century, we've already got everything that we need to implement the new ways of thinking, new ways of living, sustainable ways of being in this world.
Oh,
So it's
watch
not
out.
like we have to go back to square one and
Over
say,
here.
God, now what are we going to
Okay.
do? We already know what to do.
Don't
And it
scare-
makes that
don't scare
transition
the,
so much easier. I think the
don't
key,
scare the
I
spider.
find the key, is to make the new discoveries
Look at that
accessible
cool
to
spider.
the
You want to
large
look at the
general
cool
audience,
spider?
rather than the very specific audiences.
It's got
In
blue
the scientific
teeth.
community, for example,
Or whatever you call them.
peer-reviewed journals
Little
that
worms.
are only read by their peers. You don't see that in the broad general audience. So how, in your opinion, what is the best way? How can we share this so that people can thrive?
What we're really in a position to do right now is recognize a very important fact: knowledge is power. And well, people have heard that. It's more important to hear the corollary: a lack of knowledge is a lack of power. And we have been deprived of the knowledge that people know at the front end. The head scientists, the economic people, and they talk in their own circles, as you said. But until that information comes into the public, then the public has no power to deal with this. So the first part of our evolution is first we must wake up and wake up to who we are, what we are, and where we're going. And this information is not available in conventional schools and conventional curriculum. So it's a time for us to bring to the public when we get a chance to present. We present stuff that is really only discussed at some higher level and never comes down. And why we do this and it's so important is then we give the public this knowledge which empowers them to make the change. So the knowledge is, yeah, we're going through an evolution, that when you see the world looking kind of crazy, that's not a scary thing. That's actually one of the most hopeful things in the world, because if it actually stayed the same, we would have a much more rapid extinction process than we have right now.
Well, again, we talked about this before. The only things that are really unraveling right now are the things that are unsustainable. And they're based on a way of thinking. It was introduced in the mid-1800s when Darwin introduced his ideas. I met with a group of young people recently, and when you talk about the 1800s to a group of millennials, it's like, you look at their eyes, and it's just, they can't even fathom. They look at me and they say, well, you were born in the 20th century, and I was like,